Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in another Pootles Advent Countdown project. If you don't know what that is, that's 24 projects coming out to you back to back to back to back all the way up until Christmas, so it's 2 a week roughly. But yeah, there's 24 projects coming out to you all with a Christmassy theme, and this is today's project. Now this is my third stack. You've seen my other two. The first one was an envelope punchboard project with 5 boxes all stacked up that were reducing in size. My next one was 5 fold flat lidded boxes, and then this one is a rectangular, I think it might be a ladder stack because you can walk up it. Also using the envelope punch board but rectangular this time. So I'm going to show you how to make one of them, and I've chosen this one. Please do not worry about writing any of the measurements down. Everything will be on my blog in both metric and imperial. I'm showing you how to make the bigger boxes because you do need big paper for this. 12 by 12 and so on down. And we're making this one here. Now the boxes, this is 6 inches. They're all 3 inches that way and 2 inches that way. So this is 6 by 3 by 2, 5 by 3 by 2, 4 by 3 by 2, 3 by 3 by 2, and 2 by 3 by 2. So really nice, great sizes. So even if you just wanted to take one of them and go, that's the box I need for my particular thing, go for it. So yeah, I had fun coming up with these. I love this suite. Year of Cheer, it's absolutely divine. It's just beautiful. Champagne foil, we've got champagne and rose gold there. We've got gold and silver on white, more champagne because I can't stop using it. And gold here. All finished off with a nice white bow. This is just white, what's it called? Classic weave. And then decorated up, I've got snowflakes on here and here, and I've just got these beautiful little embellishments. And that one I managed to put on the wrong way round, but it's okay. Just divine, and I think that's gorgeous as a decoration. Certainly delightful as a present. I'd like one of those, thank you very much. So I'm making the middle one today. This one is 4 by 3 by 2, and it needs quite a big piece of paper, which means it's going to fall off my, unfortunately, it's going to fall off my envelope punch board, but I want to show you a bit more detail how you deal with that. So, okay, I've lost my measurements. There they are. So this is, I can't remember, what is it? It's 8 5/8 of an inch. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the measurements, please, you know, or anything like that. Don't worry about writing them down. But I need to put 2 score lines in here. So I know that my first one is here, 3 1/4 inches. It's just about going to stay on the board. We're not going to worry about the fact that that's going to fall off because that's going to get punched. But my next one is 6 1/8 of an inch. Now this only goes up to 5 inches. So you need a ruler or you need grid paper. I showed you how to do it with a ruler the other day. I'm going to show you how to do it with grid paper this time. No, I didn't. I did it the other way around. I showed you how to do it with a ruler. And now I'm going to go with grid paper. So I'm making sure that my 5 inches there lines up with this 5 inches. And then, I know it says 4, but we're going to pretend it says 6 and 1/8. That's where I need to punch and score next. So this is why working off the grid paper works very well. I know some people have actually made extensions with bits of paper and then they stick it off, you know, and fold it up and down. That's okay. And then once you've got that first one done, it's no problem after that because you use your score lines to follow on. So I'm lining up that score line with that and punching and scoring. And here's where it's going to fall off. My paper is too big for that. Don't worry about that, we will come to that shortly. But keep punching and scoring as much as you can. If it's falling off the paper, you can't. Leave that, don't stress about it, don't try and deal with it at the time, come back to it later. Okay, I can't punch one in there at the moment. I can punch one in there. Okay, so it looks a bit confused right now because there's bits I can't punch and score, but if you turn it over, this one here, oh, which measurements did I want? I wanted 3 1/8. That's wrong, hang on. There's my 3 1/8. That's there, but I also needed that 6, didn't I? So 6, oh, it was 3 1/4 and I need 6 1/4. So come back in with your board and line it up. Punch and score on there, which means I can now join everything up with no problem. I've got to punch it. And my last one over here, and again it's going round backwards. Not quite lined up there, but if I flip it over, joined up. So that is all my lines done. Can you see them all? So that's how you do it when your paper is too big. Do as many as you can before your paper falls off, and then worry about them afterwards. Because you can simply go round and go, oh well, that lines up, that must be the other one, because it's only 2 measurements that you're set with. The rest, that leads the rest of the project. So those first 2 score lines lead and determine where you're going to put your next score lines. So once you've got those 2 established, it's fine after that. So there we go. So that's my box. As you can see, I've got rectangles there, and I've got this wider part. This is very slightly wider than that. This is where you need it front and forward facing, and we're going to cut up there and there. So did that principle help with how to fold, how to work with big sheets of paper? Because that biggest one was 12 by 12 inches. That was the paper I was working with. There was no way that was fitting anything on. And I think sometimes that can put us off, that can scare us into project making. So that's going to fold up. And there's my rectangular box. So let's just get this glued down with my fuse. Oh, I've got nice neighbours out there today. Actually, it's not my neighbours, it's a delivery truck, I think. And my doorbell's going to go any second now. Whoopsie. And you just fold those up. And that one. Big diesel truck outside my window. And that is how you make the box. Now, same as I said with my square envelope punchboard stack, if you are gifting this, put your goodies in there and seal it up and stack them with this uppermost so that your recipient takes the first one off and goes, oh, how lovely. If you're using it for display purposes like I am, because obviously I've displayed it to show you, and I have actually glued it down so that I can move it around and tilt it and show you. If you're going to use it as a piece of home decor, and who wouldn't because it's lush, love the paper, glue it here and then put it down and stack your boxes up on this. So put a big blob of glue on there, whether it's Fast Fuse or Tombow or whatever it is. Actually Tombow's not, this isn't keen on Tombow. And then stack like that. But if you're gifting, go like that. If you're displaying, go like that. I really hope that was useful. I really do hope that the principle of how to work with the big sheets of paper on the envelope punch board, which only goes up to 5 inches, which is not even 13, well, it does go up to 13 centimetres. I hope that's useful. You might be one of those people who's been very sensible and created their extension ruler of there. I'm not one of those people because I haven't got round to it yet. But I hope you like it. Let me bring the original one back in again. I think this might be my favourite, but I think that's possibly because I have so fallen in love with the champagne foil. I'm absolutely addicted to it, but I also really love the rose gold. I really don't know. Do you want to have a look at the other ones? Here's one. And the other one, I can't reach it. So that's all 3 of my stacks. Obviously, each box, you can use it separately. It's up to you. But I love the stacks. Who wouldn't want a stack for Christmas? Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me, and hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.